Hello anybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 1. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode we started on the Forest Navel, got blue Pikmin, and kind of started setting up for the area. In today's episode we're going back to the Forest Navel. Now you might be wondering why I'm not going back to the Forest of Hope and finishing that off, and that's because I want to save that for a little bit later. So the Forest Navel, we're just going to jump right back into, well, the Forest Navel. Yes. Also, Smogwastikin informed me at one point that Olimar can't steer a ship. He is like a drunk driver, even with the stability thing we got earlier. So he is insane and crazy and not that smart. So first things first, we're going to get back to focusing on the blue Pikmin. So we're going to get about 50 of these guys. I think 50 is a nice, good number. I like the number 50. Actually, we're going to make that 40. So we're going to get 40 blue Pikmin, and we're going to get 40 red Pikmin. Actually, 45. Let's go right up to 50. We're not going to need yellow Pikmin all that much, so we're just going to kind of get our Pikmin ready to go. And while they're flooding out, you know, take the time to grab what Pikmin you can. And as you can see, we still have some leaves in here, so first things first, we're going to pluck some grass and try and get some nectar. Also, there are these rocks over here you can use, which the Pikmin bash their faces on to smash them open, and that kind of is how they take care of that. And maybe nectar will come out of these. It's kind of hard to tell. In fact, they might not get any at all. So it's not always smart to hang around, because sometimes you don't get nectar at all, like they just didn't. So we're going to call them back, because we didn't get any nectar, and that's sad. But here we have so much nectar! And it's mainly the blue Pikmin that need this. So we're going to call them up and organize them and rush the nectar! And that's most of them, but we still have a few people who aren't good enough. But that, you know what, that's just fine. That'll be fine. It's fine. First things first, today we are going to get our blue Pikmin, and we are going to take them, and we are going to take them down here. I think I might have a yellow Pikmin in my rank somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it. No, I don't have blue Pikmin with my ranks. I would know because they would start drowning. And we're going to take them down here and get them started on this. Another ship part that's just kind of sitting over here. For some reason, I always thought this one was really hard to get, even though it's really easy. I found my number 1 Ionium jet. Unfortunately, this puts out a slightly odoriferous exhaust, but it does propel me to escape velocity in an instant. The stench is a small price to pay for such performance. And that is a bunch of Pikmin carrying that along the way. And there's also the object, the space float, that we weren't able to get in the last episode, which we are going to set the Pikmin on in this episode. So the leaf Pikmin getting caught on ledges. Again, the AI in this game is not perfect. The Pikmin will get caught on so many ledges. And while I would like to say they improved this in the later games, they kind of never did. Especially in Pikmin 3, it's noticeable again. So that's a little bit embarrassing. And these guys we're going to take with us to get the space, or get the gear over there. And I don't think we need that many to get these guys. Now these sticks can build a ladder up there, but I'm not sure what purpose that serves. So this blue Pikmin over here is really just kind of getting stuck. And they push that up. And that appears on our ship. I'm not sure exactly what it does, because I forgot already what it says. If this is damaged, I'll be in dire straits. I'll have to run a system check as soon as I can. That's 8 of 30 parts, only 4 more and we'll be good. We'll leave those Pikmin to worry about that. And here we have a honey wisp, or I think it's called a honey wisp. You can hit them and that'll immediately get you a honey or a nectar, and that's great. And there's a couple more nectars over here. We'll get our last Pikmin all grown up. And now we have a full team of flowers, I'm pretty sure. That feels good. Now we're gonna swarm some Pikmin around this and let them carry that. And they are almost back to where they need to. Where are they going? Where are they going? Why are they taking it around that way? This is a little bit concerning, actually. Well, I'll let them take it down this way if they want, but if they get themselves murdered, I'm going to be very cross. So, yeah. Now we still need to take care of this Pikmin, or this fiery blowhog. He's the only survivor from yesterday's slaughter of the fiery blowhogs, and we want to take care of them, but no! Oh no, dang it. I hate, these are Wallywogs. Wallyhogs are my most hated enemy in the game, just because of the way they operate. They try and jump and squish your Pikmin, and they are just generally jerks. And now I'm set on fire, so I can't retaliate, and I'm taking a lot of damage, and this kind of sucks a little bit. So yeah, we'll kill you. We'll kill this guy. Hey, don't you run away. No, 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 don't follow him into the water. Oh god, these enemies are messing me up. Oh boy, this is not a good start. I said I was feeling pretty good about this day, but as I can see, it is not necessarily the case that I should be feeling good. But we are going to take care of this guy, whether or not he kills us. We can do this because, hey, jump and throw the Pikmin on top. I never like fighting these Wallywogs. It's not very easy to rush them, and it takes a while to throw Pikmin on top of them, and they're just kind of time-consuming. And, you know, it has thin cracks running through it. I tried to fill them with dirt. I hope it'll be alright. And almost have enough parts to kind of take care of that. And that finally takes care of Mr. Frog. We lost 5 red Pikmin in the process, but, you know. Would you breathe some fire? And he will continue to do this. You know what, I'm gonna just leave the red Pikmin to take care of that while I call up these guys and get them over here to take care of something else, because we need to build a bridge. Also, this hole over here is where the bread bug, who we murdered in the last episode, hangs out. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Now, if we ride these geysers up, these geysers are only for Olimar to ride up. No, you can't come up here. I found my gravity jumper. By manipulating the forces of gravity, this key component gives me the final boost I need to make the jump to super light speed. Good thing I found it. Okay, so these red Pikmin are obsessed with getting themselves killed, but we are going to, because we want to build up our red Pikmin more than any other, I'm going to focus on giving some red Pikmin to these things. Okay, I didn't want to call them all back from there. Oh, these Pikmin are so dumb. They're so hard to organize between these things. So I'm just going to send them back, and hopefully they don't get themselves killed somewhere along the way. So yeah, if you throw the Pikmin just right, they will automatically go to work on this bridge. So we're gonna send them to do that as we follow and make sure that we don't have any other extra Pikmin on us that are just kind of doing whatever. There's a blue Pikmin that's just kind of gone stray over there, so we're gonna go over there and pick him up. Forest Navel's a bit of a disorganized place, or maybe I'm just disorganized and don't know the most efficient way of taking care of things. Yeah. I don't know what that sound was, why I did that. Here he is. This blue Pikmin just kind of got stuck behind a wall, and you need to keep your eye on these, because you don't want multiples of those kind of Pikmin just kind of scattered across the map when the counter gets down to it and it's nearly the end of the day, and then you're kind of screwed if you don't do anything. While I am here, though, because I have taken some damage, I'm going to take the opportunity to heal up. And this also reviews kind of the status of your ship and how far you are along in terms of ship parts. So that's nice. We're gonna put some Pikmin on them to speed them up. And don't forget to hang around to call back the Pikmin who aren't able to do anything and aren't able to help with that for whatever reason. And let's see here. We've taken care of pretty much most of what we can take care of over in this area. We're gonna put these red Pikmin on that, because why not? And these Pikmin have pretty much taken care of the bridge building, which means we can work soon on carrying this. But we're not gonna do that just yet. What we wanna do first is work on building up this bridge so we have a way to get back up there, because this is where we're gonna get bomb rocks. And we're just gonna leave them to work on that while I run over here. And over here we actually have a really big part. Like, this is a very heavy part, but it's also great. It's the anti-dioxin filter. This fits over the rocket's exhaust ports and filters out all the disease-causing agents from the ship's exhaust. That means I'll be able to move around without polluting the planet's atmosphere. I feel worlds better. Even though the planet is filled with poisonous oxygen, but you know, it's nice that Olimar is eco-friendly. He also is hilariously lonely looking without any Pikmin, just in this huge empty field, just this tiny man that is not even aware of how small he is. Or he's aware, but it's just amusing. And we've sprouted some new red Pikmin to replace the ones that have died. Isn't that a good feeling? Well, it is to me. So they've taken care of that, and more stuff that we can do still. There is a wall over here that we want to take care of. The map kind of indicates where the walls are, but it doesn't it doesn't show you which ones have already been broken down. So that's a little bit annoying, but it's not a huge deal, I suppose. And with that sound, we know that the other Pikmin over there have finished taking care of that bridge, but we're not going to worry about them or just yet. And actually, we have one more fiery blowhog to take care of, who is just kind of a survivor and a little refugee from the little war we just had. So first, we're gonna tempt him into blowing his flames, and then we're gonna rush him. Now, we do have a couple blue Pikmin in here, so we need to be careful, but otherwise, we can take care of this really quickly. And dead. Just dead. So I'm gonna throw a couple red Pikmin to carry up the bodies, because why not? And we're gonna set the others to start working on this thick black wall. I'm not gonna worry about the pellets. By this point in the game, you start to kind of stop caring about the little pellets when they have to carry it so far back, and it's just not worth it for like 1 or 2 Pikmin per. And you gotta kind of find your priorities when you're playing Pikmin. You gotta find your priorities. Now with these guys, I'm going to... This is a little bit tricky for me to do what I want to do, but we kind of want to prioritize our different units. So, for the spring, I'm going to put as many blue Pikmin as I can on that, and as many red Pikmin to follow up. And it looks like it only needs 25, but I'm also going to put as many red Pikmin as I can on it, and then we're going to work on blowing down some walls with the yellow Pikmin. And it looks like the yellow Pikmin are helping automatically because it carried them through the pile. Let's break them up. This is kind of another annoying thing. While Pikmin do sometimes take agency, they don't always do it the way you want them to. And it's kind of annoying when they do it. They're kind of like Sims in that regard, a little bit. So we're gonna put the rest of these Pikmin onto carrying that, and exactly 45, nice. And that means we can focus exclusively on our yellow Pikmin and on bombing down some walls now in this area. And boy, there are walls to be bombed. So first things first, we dismiss them so they all go and get themselves bomb rocks while being very happy about it. These two, there we go. I was worried that they weren't going to get their bombs, but they did, so I am proud of them. Most of our rock walls are going to be in this upper starting area. I think actually pretty much all of them will be. So we're going to head up there, and it's nice when you're dealing with bomb rocks. I think I've said this in an earlier episode, but I don't think I was so specific. It's better to just kind of take care of the bomb things independent of everyone else, so you just don't have to worry about it. Now this rock wall is kind of a little redundant to destroy, so I'm going to take care of this one, since it's nice to have multiple easy access ways in and out of the base. So they will drop their bombs, or only one will drop their bomb. This one, I believe, needs 6, so we'll just blow that down. Incidentally, Pikmin 3 has really gorgeous effects with bombs and explosions, because I think it brings back the bomb rocks, if I remember correctly. Gravity Jumper. This anti-gravity device allows the dolphin to swim gracefully through the sea of stars like a dolphin. So that's 10 of 30 parts. We are a third of the way through the game. We are getting through this at a pretty good rate, I must say. What was I going to say? I had a thought there for a moment. So the reason the ship is called the Dolphin, actually, fun bit of trivia, is because it's named after the code name that they had for the Nintendo GameCube at the time, or before, while it was in development. Because, well, it wasn't always called the GameCube. It was a time where it was basically just the Nintendo thing. And that is all 4 bombs. and that should blow it down a few layers and take care of that. And we're almost at the end of the day. I'm gonna see if I can't take care of other things or if I can't get more bombs while I'm in this area with which to blow down the walls and take care of that business. We are almost out of time on this day, but I think we can still kind of get one or two things still done. I don't think we're gonna be getting any more parts, because that's kind of the difficulty of the situation. Are there any more bombs in here? There might be. Oh yeah, that's a lot of bombs we got. So yeah, pretty much everybody almost has bombs again. Always swarm as many Pikmin as you can in these areas in your squad, because there are deceptively more bombs than there look like in these later areas that you kind of need to account for. Now, on our way back, I am going to be picking up our stray Pikmin over here so we don't forget about them and then have to run all the way back. Speaking of which, where are our Pikmin? So the rest are back at the base, so we don't have to worry about them. But I will grab these guys. Incidentally, this path down here leads to a couple of parts that'll be useful, but we're not going to worry about that today. But yeah, there's a whole puzzle over there that just deals with taking care of that. So how many bomb rock Pikmin do we have? Do we have like 5? Okay, so we can't blow down this big wall, so we're going to worry about the ones that we can blow down. And try to be careful around this grass so the Pikmin don't get obsessed and start plucking it, because they are very tempted by that grass. So we're going to blow down this wall. And one more should blow it down. But we still have... Oh god, it got so dark so fast in here. And I think that leaves 57 back at the base, but we are able to kind of take care of one level of this rock wall if we are fast enough. Yep. So that'll blow that down one level for us to worry about tomorrow, but not today. We've done as much as we can today. We got a couple of parts, I think, but today was fairly productive in its own way. We blew down some walls, we killed a couple more enemies, we got a few parts, and we built up our numbers, I think, because if I remember correctly, we did bring back a lot of bodies to the onion, so that's taken care of. And that's the end of the day. Still no Pikmin's dead due to leaving them behind, so I'm pretty happy about that. And again, the frog has no dinner. That's right, haha. You have to starve. 5 days since impact. I've seen that, at times, the leaf atop a Pikmin's head will grow into a bud and then a flower. It appears that if I do not pick the Pikmin sprouts, they gradually bloom over time. Fascinating. This melding of plant and animal traits is surely unique in the natural world. It's true that you can wait for a Pikmin to bloom, but I've found the increased swiftness of the flower Pikmin to be of tremendous benefit. Also, my diligent observation has observed recorded instances in which flower Pikmin lost in battle have left seeds behind. This is why on days after fierce battles, I occasionally find new sprouts growing. So that's an interesting little tidbit about flower Pikmin, and wow, we lost 5 red Pikmin today because of the friggin' frog, but we grew 35, so that's pretty good for our numbers. But yeah, the whole thing about leaving Pikmin to kind of grow on their own, while that's useful advice, it's not generally something you have to wait around for or necessarily should wait around for, because it does take up a great portion of the day. But anyway, yep, we got a few parts today. Looks like we got like 2 or 3 parts today. I think it was 3. Well, I'm bad at keeping track of things. But that takes care of what we're going to be doing in the Forest Navel for today. In today's episode, well, I already kind of went over what we did in today's episode, so in the next episode, we're going to be going back to the Forest Navel again and taking care of more part business and more hunting around. So if you want to see that, then I just hope to see somebody in the next one. Bye-bye!